This expanse of red dust and boulders hides a secret, a flooded history washed with ancient water. We are in Jezero Crater on Mars, and we're looking for ancient life with Perseverance. This big roaming laboratory has been wandering the Martian desert since February 2021. It's already done some cool science, but its biggest goal is just getting started. We're at the Octavia E. Butler landing site, where Percy fell from the sky during 7 minutes of terror. It dropped via a supersonic parachute and then a sky crane, where the fate of the mission literally hung by a thread.
Touchdown confirmed. Perseverance safely on the surface of Mars, ready to begin seeking the signs of past life.
Percy has since been hard at work, learning as much as it can about the region's history. But why here? Well, 3.5 billion years ago, Jezero Crater was more like Jezero Lake. Rushing water came in from this river, flooding the region over and over. As the water poured in through this delta, sediment built up to form an enormous fan. That sediment is crucial because on Earth it preserves ancient life. If life ever existed on Mars, it's probably hiding right here. So we're on the hunt for life. How do we do that? Percy is packed with instruments to search for organic molecules and interesting chemistry, with an X-ray spectrometer and UV laser set with the task. But, as with any space mission, there's a problem. You can't pack all of Earth's labs and its best equipment onto a rocket. So, Percy has a different mission. Find intriguing samples of rock, core them out of the ground, and store them in airtight titanium tubes in its belly. Then, a future mission will arrive, collect the samples, and shoot them back to Earth for analysis, sealed and sterilised under strict quarantine. It would be the first time we've ever returned samples from another planet. When we did the same thing with moon samples back in the Apollo era, we unlocked decades worth of scientific discovery. Percy is looking to do the same with the red planet. And so, off Percy goes to collect tiny tubes of Mars, packed with secrets. But that's not all Perseverance is packing. Another robot hitched a ride with Perseverance, the Ingenuity helicopter. This autonomous drone conducted the first ever powered flight on another world, and now it's done it dozens of times. With barely any atmosphere to fly in, Ingenuity is built light, with massive long blades to push it into the air. Since proving flight is possible on Mars, Ingenuity has acted as Percy's aerial scout, charting out the road ahead and even spotting the rover's old landing gear. Helicopters like Ingenuity will be crucial for future astronauts as they navigate the cold, dry expanse. There's more science on show with MOXIE, or the Mars Oxygen In Situ Resource Utilisation Experiment. Whew! That long name belongs to a trailblazer, the first device ever to produce oxygen on another world. It takes carbon dioxide from the Martian atmosphere and splits off some oxygen, creating, in theory, breathable air. It's only been used once so far and only produced a little oxygen, enough for about 10 minutes of air. But breathable air is not the only goal. The oxygen can also be used to make rocket fuel, bringing an interplanetary future within reach. Perseverance was designed to last for at least 1 Martian year, but NASA has a sterling track record for endurance. The rover Opportunity was only designed to last for 90 Martian sols, but continued operations for 60 times longer, about 15 Earth years. The mission to return Percy's samples is still in its infancy, as a collaboration between NASA and the European Space Agency. If all goes well, samples should be back on Earth sometime around 2033. That feels like a long way away, but in the meantime, Percy has plenty to learn.